Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Project KFC. Is this car the gift that just keeps on giving? Do we have more issues? Is the timing chain about to fail on this N47 powered BMW 318D? So, I mean, I haven't really paid too much attention to the sound of the engine, to the sound of the timing chain. Previous owner said that they did replace it around 40,000 miles ago, but we all know that the previous owner lied about a bunch of things. They said that this car had a new clutch fitted, which we have some developments with. So I've mentioned before that the clutch is definitely slipping on this car. Well, now we have a error message pop up every time we start the engine: clutch damaged, drivetrain restricted, you can continue your journey but reduce engine load, towing not possible, please contact BMW service. So I think it's pretty clear to say that the clutch does need replacing sooner rather than later. It's probably on its last legs now, the fact that it's came up with that. I have covered about 7,000 miles since I've got the car. So yeah, 7,000 miles at least since the clutch has been slipping. I mean, it probably hasn't got that much time left. I am unsure what I'm going to do yet. I really don't know if I'm going to fit like an OEM dual mass flywheel and clutch kit, because you're looking £600 for that. That's money that I didn't really want to spend on this car at the moment. So I am potentially looking at getting a single mass flywheel, which I know especially for a daily driver is not ideal. You're going to get a bunch more vibrations from the engine, and it's not going to be as comfortable as if you was to get a dual mass flywheel. But with that being said, a single mass flywheel, of course, there's nothing that can really fail on it, and you know, maybe you'll get a little bit of performance increase from it as well, with it, you know, generally being lighter and so on. But yeah, that's enough about the clutch. Let's fire this engine up. The engine is now cold. We'll fire it up. You take a listen, I'll take a listen, and see what we think about the timing chain situation. Fingers crossed it sounds okay. Okay, so there definitely is some kind of rattle on startup. I don't think it's helped with this engine cover being loose, so we'll get this out of the way. And there is definitely some kind of squeak coming from one of the pulleys. Probably the alternator pulley. But what do we think about the timing chain? Does it sound excessively loud? One thing I will say is this engine does sound louder from my previous, now my dad's BMW E60 520D, which I did replace a timing chain kit on. But, you know, does this timing chain kit need replaced? You know, let me know in the comments what you genuinely think. Let's give it a rev as well and see if we can tell any difference. So then, what do we think? Does the timing chain sound bad on this? Has it been replaced? I don't know, 40, 50,000 miles ago when the previous owner said it was? Or does it definitely need replacing right now? So here's kind of where I'm at. I really don't want to replace a timing chain on this engine. It's a job that I've done before. Like I said, I've done it on my previous E60 520D, documenting the whole thing. You know, you guys have probably seen the series on YouTube, so I don't think I'd really gain anything from doing it again for the channel. It's all been done before. Again, it's the cost, it's the time it takes. You know, you're talking a good few days to take that engine out and to do it on the driveway. It's not a fun job to do, especially on the driveway. I mean, I could potentially do it when I do the clutch, so I could leave the engine in the car, take the gearbox off and do it kind of on the floor, rolling around on my back. Again, that's not something I want to do. That's just not fun. Yeah, if you have a set of ramps, you can have the car up in the air, makes things a hell of a lot easier, but it's not something that I want to do. So kind of what I'm thinking actually is, if the timing chain fails, then it fails. Like, if it snaps, chances are, you know, it's salvageable. Yeah, you may bend some valves, you may break some rocker arms, you may not even have any damage at all. I've heard of stories that if it breaks and you are, you know, your engine speed is quite low and you switch things off straight away, then you can actually get away without having too much damage at all. So, like, obviously I can do the work myself. Obviously I can repair the engine if it does go. So yeah, I'm kind of just thinking, if it breaks, then it breaks. But let me know, am I being silly? Should I just, you know, get the thing out, spend a good couple of days replacing that timing chain kit and be sorted with it? Or, you know, let me know. I'm interested to know your thoughts anyway. As always, I want to thank you all for watching. I think what I will do in the next video, I'll probably do an oil change, because this thing hasn't had an oil change yet. I know, ridiculous, I know, I've done 7,000 miles in it. I wanted to get that oil leak fixed, so of course I've done that, replaced all of the oil filter housing gaskets, but now it's definitely due an oil change. So is that going to make any difference to the noise of the timing chain? I guess you'll just have to wait and find out in the next video. But as always, I want to thank you all for watching. Give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one.